Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Ethan Snyder, and today we'll be answering the most searched Google questions about trombone. So basically, there's lots of videos out there where people are basically asking questions about some topic or some person. And when I looked on YouTube, no one's done it about trombone yet. I mean, for the record, there's not many trombone YouTubers out there besides like maybe this person and this person. But even so, they haven't done it. So today I'm gonna be doing it. So let's get going. Alright, so let's just start with, is trombone a transposing instrument? No, it does not need to transpose. Yes, you don't need to transpose. So basically, when you read a B flat on bass clef, which is the clef they read, it is a concert B flat, so you don't need to transpose. Is trombone low brass? Yes, it is the best low brass instrument. Is trombone bass clef? Yes, I just explained that. Is trombone hard to play? Well, yes and no. It is unique because it has a slide, right? And that can be both good and bad, because the reason it's a good thing is because you can play perfectly in tune, because if the note's out of tune, you can just move it to the right position. But then again, it's easy to be out of tune because it's so easy to move. Is Trombone Shorty still alive? Let me see this actually. Yes, he is still alive. Let's see. And is trombone concert pitch? Yeah, it's concert pitch. Okay. All this is... Alright, one more. Is trombone a C instrument? Yes, it is pitched in C, I guess. And that's why you don't need to transpose. Alright. Let's do... What is trombone in French? What is trombone in French? Oh! So paperclip in French is trombone. Well, so trombone in French is paperclip. Wow. That's a thumbnail right there. Okay, let's go back. What about, why is trombone so hard? Okay, like I said, the main reason trombone is such a hard instrument to play is basically, for one thing, it's a brass instrument, so you have to buzz to make a sound, and it can be hard to make a good tone on the instrument. That can take years of experience and practice. And like I said, the slide's also difficult to build up muscle memory so that your instrument's in tune when you play it. French or paperclip, because I guess maybe it's because okay, here's my theory about why it's French for paperclip. So trombone is probably called trombone because it's very loopy, as you can see right here. So, and I guess since a paperclip looks like that, maybe that's why they have like the same word. Why is trombone brass instruments? Because it's made of brass. Why is trombone the best instrument? See, now these people who searched it are smart. Best instrument, I'd probably say because the music is decently easy, but there's also really good solos and other pieces out there. And also, you get to play loud, and loud is fun. Why is it the worst instrument? Because the music's easy and you get to play loud a lot. Boom. Why is trombone awesome? Yeah, important. What they're good, I like to consider trombones as like a medium low brass, so they're not playing the low stuff like a tuba. But once again, they're a good support for like the melody, because they have good background parts like all instruments do. Like all instruments have all the parts go together to create something nice. But the trombone has that nice menacing and also warm and pretty sound that you can produce. It helps back up the piece. Why are trombone players good kissers? I don't know, because we use our lips to play the instrument. Why is my trombone slide sticking? That is probably because you need to oil your slide. And if you're not using this slide oil, but this kind of slide oil that's more liquidy, it's probably because that stuff dries up quickly and you need to spray it with water, which is what I do. So if you combine your slide oil with water, it will basically make it move faster. And also it could be dented, which is not fun. And if you look down your slide and you see like a little a kink in the slide, or so it's not an imperfection, you might want to go get that checked in at a local music store and get that fixed. And then it shouldn't cost too much, not that much, yeah. Okay, what about how is trombone made? Like I assume with most brass instruments, they take brass, they like shape it. Outer slide to inner slide are gold and silver in color. The shiny silver tube is the inner slide. Yep, silver colored brass. Well, yeah, obviously they use brass to make it, and different kinds of brass to help make the sound. And to make like the bell flare, I know what they do. They hammer it out first, and then they smooth it out with like a little spinny thing. But yeah, I don't really know how they make it, but custom trombones, they basically use lots of different methods where they use their hands to like help shape everything. But I guess in factories they probably have like different presses and things that make the trombone be the way it is. I don't know if that made sense. Let's look at these. How is trombone music written? It's written in bass clef, and yeah. How is trombone spelled? Well, maybe if you just looked right there, you would know how it's spelled. How a trombone is played. So what you do, like all brass instruments, you gotta first like make a sound into the mouthpiece. That creates the initial sound. It can help. And when you're in first position, you can play the basic overtone series. Then the slide is what helps you get the notes in between. So instead of using valves like a trumpet or tuba or like strings like a violin or whatever, the slide changes pitch. And it's actually one of the first instruments, one of the first brass instruments made that could change pitch, because at the time valves were pretty complicated and no one really knew how to make those. But what they did, they used a slide because that would help change the length of the pipe, which helps make the sound change. How are trombone mouthpieces? I don't know what that means. How tall is trombone? Why do people? What is it with this trombone shorty guy? How hard is trombone? On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being hard and 1 being like the easiest thing, I'd give it 6.9. How is a trombone constructed in a factory? What about, let's say, who, what, when? When was the trombone invented? I think it was made in just like the Baroque eras. 15th century, I think that's Baroque. So basically, the first trombones were called sack butts. And what they did, they made a wide variety of sizes from this size to this size. And basically, I think they're made to assist the choir in churches as like the backup. And then since they'd have like the biggest ones for the lower parts and the smaller ones for the higher parts. And they had a very small bore size and a very small bell. And then eventually towards the 1800s, they started making trombones so they looked more like the modern ones we see today. What else is there? Who, what, when, where, why, how? About, let's see, where? Well, we could do, where is trombone shorty playing? I don't know about this trombone shorty guy. The only thing I know is that he plays trombone, and maybe he's short. I don't know. I'm sorry, trombone shorty, if I said if you're not actually short. Anyway, where was trombone invented? Probably in France. And in yeah, okay, I don't know. Wikipedia isn't very smart. Let's see who. Let's see what. Oh yeah, I just didn't do what. What is a trombone? Well, a trombone is a brass instrument in the low brass family. And because of that, the sound is produced by buzzing of the lips, and the pitches change with the slide. As I said, what is it made of? It's made of brass. Very different kinds of brass, and I think zinc too, maybe nickel. What is a trombone player called? A trombonist. What does a trombone look like? This. What is a trombone TC? That is a trombone treble clef player. That probably means they used to play trumpet, and so they're used to reading treble clef. And so when they play trombone, they have the piece transposed in their part transposed into treble clef, so that they would read treble clef rather than bass clef. What is a trombone mute? With all brass instruments, their mutes are used to create different sound qualities, so it creates many different sounds, and then the composer of the piece can use those sounds to create the desired effect that they want. What is a trombone sound like? It sounds like this. What is a trombone range? Okay, all brass instruments can play infinitely high, but typically high trombone parts, like the highest parts, they probably go up to like at the highest, like a high F, like a triple F, I think, and the lowest note that they can play is probably a super duper low, I don't know what, a super low C. And I'll just pull up sheet music here so you can see how low it goes. Yeah, so let's see, who, what, if I do who is trombone, I already did that, right? Yeah. What about what, where, why? Why is the trombone, I can type trombone, important? I did that. Why is the trombone the brass family? It's made of brass. Why is the trombone unique? It has a slide, and no other instrument has a slide except for a slide whistle, but those are for percussionists, and percussionists are weird. Why is trombone a good instrument? It's fairly easy to play, but not too easy. It has a slide, and you can do this. Why is the trombone the odd one out? It has a slide. And why was the trombone invented? So that they could finally have an instrument that could change pitch that wasn't a harpsichord or piano. So yeah, basically all the questions from here on out are pretty much the same. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you're able to learn something about trombone you didn't know before. And once again, make sure you guys like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you can be alerted every time I upload a new video. I try uploading a new video every other day, and subscribing is a free way to support the channel, and you can always unsubscribe if you don't like my content. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, see you guys next time.